block and need my blessings. All right, so I'm about to do a story time before we get into the channel message because, like, I don't know, it's something going on right now. I feel like God's preparing like a blessing at the moment. I mean, the blessing's already here, but at the same time, like, it hasn't arrived yet. Like how when you order online and it'd be like it'll be here within such and such days, and then like you're tracking it. You see like they picked it up, they received it, it's on its way. You already purchased it, and then you just waiting on its arrival. Like that's the feeling right now in regards to the blessings. We are in the month of Libra justice, and if you know, you know. We was talking about this in regards to the other since August, around August, like there was like a supposedly Mercury retrograde and the solar eclipse. It was a lot going on through out the summer in regards to transits and placements and all like the wrongdoing, all the confusing stuff, all the manipulated things that was going on, all the lies that was happening around that time. It's coming full circle right now because we're in Libra season. Woo! You ready? Come on in here. It's a litty time. Oh my gosh! Like yesterday, right? What's it called? I like to keep certain aspects of myself. It's interesting. I like to keep certain aspects to myself, like of myself to myself, basically. And I'm learning. Like, all right, it's so interesting to me. I'll share a fun fact. I don't mind speaking about it. Um, Most people don't like to talk, as I'm seeing most spiritualists, not all, most spiritualists on this platform, they don't like to talk about their real zodiac signs and birth chart paper, this and that. Because I understand there are wicked people out there, whatever the case may be. Well, whether they know it or not, they still go do or try to do whatever they want to do, and it's not going to work. So I'm gonna let y'all in on a very fun fact. In my birth chart, all 12 houses, all placements, I have no Leo in my birth chart. Why am I emphasizing on that? Because I when I found out about birth charts and I learned and researched and now I know what the embodiments mean and stuff like that. It's so interesting to me because there was times in my life previously, especially when I was younger, where even to this day, there like in regards of certain men, like if I didn't want to date certain men, and whether they wanted to date me or court me or whatever the case may be, the ones didn't want to date always had this one saying they would say about me. Some not to my face, some whatever, and they would be like, "Oh my gosh, you're so stuck up. She's a stuck up bitch. She's just doing this for attention. She's just." This is not just men, but like females too. Like, oh my, she's just doing this for attention. She's attention seeking, and it's like, yo, I literally have no Leo on my chart. So for me, that is so comical to know now. It's just like, yo, y'all was just talking out the side of your face. I don't got Leo on my chart. Leo's to really entertain y'all. So like, even though I am a part of the entertainment business, it purely is out of all free will. But what you can never say, you can call me a sacrifice. I'm not saying all Leos are sacrificial, but like depending if you're in the industry or not, you know, you know. You know, you know. So I don't know why that was just significant for just now, but like I don't have no Leo on my zodiac. Then it's like if anytime I'm too much into my masculine energy, especially now, I'm such in a soft girl era, such in a like soft girl era, soft girl life, maybe sometimes a soft wig if it permits. So, but like when I step too much outside of my femininity and more into my masculinity, not saying that going in your masculine energy is wrong, because I do have some masculine placements. I ain't gonna hold in regards to zodiac and embodiments and stuff like that. But when I step too far out, where I'm acting real niggerish, I got to take a step back and be like, whoa, where is that energy coming from? Why am I acting like this? Because, once again, I do not have Leo in my birth chart. My whole, like, you know how weird it is to have every relative in my intermediate family have Leo in a birth chart except for me. I think that's weird. But then it also showed me, like, all right, you know how people be saying it's always that one person in the family that's supposed to be that person, break generational curses, and right, and then all this other stuff, like supposed to be the first person out the generation to do something. I think it's me. I knew that I always knew that, and then when I seen I ain't have Leo on my birth chart, I'm like, this means something. This is up to something. Cause Leos are leaders. Leos are don't get me wrong. I got authoritative I got a very, very prominent background in regards to my lineage in regards to prominent authoritative figures. And I got prominent authoritative zodiac placements, but I just don't got Leo. I'm not here for the theatrics. Do I like theatrics? I even had theater class, drama class when I was younger. I done a lot of stuff in regards to the entertainment industry without having Leo in my birth chart. And if you know, you know. American Heritage Society is a platform where we come, especially predominantly within the American Heritage Society class messages, where people of all different spiritual beliefs and divination can come and we can discuss certain topics. Did that answer your question in the comment section? Welcome in. Now, speaking of welcome in, so yesterday, right, y'all know I like a good story time. I don't know what the Leo thing had to do with anything, but maybe something that happened in regards to the month of August or something. I don't know. So yesterday, right, I did something that I wouldn't regularly do. Like I don't mind picking up my equipment, going to vlog, make content, whatever the case may be, in my community, wherever the case may be. But I ain't gonna hold you. I like going other places because it's just like, if I want to be other places, I gotta go to other places so I can, like, at least, it's like manifesting. It's like actively manifesting. Like, there's nothing wrong in regards to, doing stuff in my community or whatever the case may be. But like, if my community is used to seeing my community, I thought, like, all right, let me just go to these different places that I want to go to, and do these vlogs and stuff like that, because it will not only inspire me but other people. It's like, all right, you can do it too. But then I was just like, I don't feel like going nowhere yesterday. I was like, I didn't want to go too far yesterday. Just only yesterday. Not entirely, like, not like for the rest of my life. But like, I was like, I didn't want to do too much. So I don't know. God was just like, get dressed. Let's make something happen. I'm like, I'm not even ready to do what I had for this particular project, whatever it can be. He was like, all right, let's get inspired. Let's go. So basically, I got inspired. I did one vlogging content, right? And I'm like, this is decent. I could probably do something with this. It's not what I expected, but I kind of like it. Maybe I use it for something else. I'm like, all right, whatever. Before I got the chance to sit down after that, after doing all that, God was like, you're not done. Get back out there. So I literally went to like, I'm gonna keep reiterating it for the person in the comment section. I'm not even gonna read your names at this point because we're gonna just literally direct this to God. And as I'm saying this, the street sweeper is coming to wash your mouth, I guess, metaphorically. Stop coming on this platform. I mean, no. Matter of fact, keep coming on this platform because we're gonna use you as an example. Because when something happened to you and you try to figure out, and people around you try to figure out what happened to you, why is this happening to you, just know you came on this platform after my platform distinctly says, all that support me receives instant blessings. If you think you're gonna receive a blessing and you're being rude, and you trying to be funny, you're sadly mistaken. I don't know what's going to happen to you, sir. You probably not. We're not going to see you on this channel in the comment section for a little minute as you recuperate for whatever the fuck going on with you. Anywho's, because before I was kind of shy about talking about like what happens to my enemies and shit like that. Oh no. This is a platform right here to talk about it. But you know what? I'm gonna just give the scenario to God because it's not even that serious. A troll gonna be a troll. but you could never be a 6'9". And if you know, you know. So like fast forward, what was I talking about? So like I went out of my element or whatever case may be. I had got me something to drink early in the day because I don't know. It wasn't like I was in a celebratory mood, but God was just I don't want to see you moping around and doing the same things. You don't gotta wait for nobody to have fun. So I was like, all right, let me go get me something to drink. Let me go get me a little sippy sip, you know. And the vibe was good then, and so I came back to the same location, but I went there at night. So I was just like, you know what, I'm lit, but like my lit was kind of like I was sobering up basically because I didn't get that lit earlier. I only got me a little something something. So I was like, all right, let me go get me something else. I went there, right, back to the same location, and I was in there. Oh, I skipped the whole part. So basically, I did another vlog, digital content, whatever like that, earlier in the day when I had got the drink originally. And when I was in there, a whole bunch of people, a whole bunch of people, I just said a whole bunch of people I knew and didn't know or knew of. It was one dude that came in there. He tried to sex me before, and I was like no. And like if you like the acronyms of his name is so interesting because it's MJ. So I'm just like whoa. So I'm just like, whoa. So fast forward, he had came in there. He was just staring and watching. There was some random dude that I ain't know, and another random dude that I ain't know, and they were kind of observing. But the actual person that I did know, he was showing me a whole bunch of love and attention, this and that, third. He was a little off, but I was just like, whatever. Like, you want to show me some good energy, show me some good energy. And I was just like, when I say I was in my own world, I was just like, woo! And I was just dancing. I was just having fun. I was doing like all these cool scenes or whatever the case may be. And I was telling them, I'm like, yo, I'm recording. They just looking at me like, we don't care. They never said, oh, you recording or what you doing. They never asked none of that. So I'm just dancing around and talking to them. I'm getting all this footage. And then like by the time I went home and I edited the footage and stuff like that, I'm just like, oh, this is type lit. I kind of like this because it's like I'm just in my own world, doing my own things. The video came out great, and I'm like, if God didn't give me that extra push and told me like, yo, go outside, go do something, you know, unconventional, you know, I probably wouldn't have got that footage. So fast forward, like I said, I had got me something to drink earlier that day when I was doing the content. So I was like, let me go back and get some more rubber because I had sobered up. I got in there. I literally got into the back into the vicinity. I'm like, yo, something not right. Now I've been telling y'all in the other channel messages that like trusting your discernment. When God tell you something, listen. So I ain't gonna hold you. My discernment before I use the analogy of the multiple choice test, A B C D, everything above, all the letters, everything above, all the above. That's what it is. And that estimated guess, right, in regards to your discernment. So back in the day, when it came to my discernment, it was real multiple choice. It was real like, I gotta take that educated guess because like not to be funny or anything like that. You know, sometimes God will tell you something, God will give you that discernment, that intuitive nudge, and be like, do this, don't do that. Go here, don't go there. God will literally be like talking to you. And sometimes, not now, before previously, I would probably ignore it because like, nah, I don't want to believe this or this person, or oh, I don't want to believe that I'm gonna like God not gonna protect me or this and that. Like stuff like that, right? Because there's certain things like sometimes I'm not gonna say your mind will play tricks on you, but it's like sometimes you don't want to believe the worst of scenarios, even if it's just the feeling, right? So now, after everything's been going on, we were talking about these karmic cycles in the last message and all types of stuff, right? In and out of karmic cycles. So I'm just like, all right. I was in the store and I was just like, something don't feel right. It was such a good mood when I was in there earlier, but when I came back in there, I'm like, something is not right. I just knew something wasn't right. So you know what I did? I was like, God, I'm really thinking about myself. I don't think God want me to purchase anything from in here. Then I was like, all right. Instead of questioning why God was like basically giving me spiritual uploads and downloads, discernment as to why He didn't want me in that vicinity after I did what I did for the betterment of self, right? I immediately leave the vicinity, no questions asked. God told me don't stay in there. I was like, I ain't gonna ask no question. God told me not to stay in a particular location. I was like, all right, I'm out. Soon as I left the environment, I saw one of my old abusers. No funny, like my previous abuser, right? And I was just like, dang. So like, it wasn't no time to be like, dang, like God, that was like really on. It was really on point. So the person that used abusive tactics towards me previously in the past was trying to walk into the same vicinity that I was about to purchase something from, and it was like, I guess indirectly God was like, if I was to purchase something from the where I was at, right, at that time, when now that it was nighttime, right, the energy has switched up. There was like an energy change, and if I would have purchased whatever I need to purchase, then if I really by the time I would have purchased what I purchased, the person would have came in, that person that tried to use the abusive tactic towards me, and then this person would have shared in with my good karma. And I was like, oh, so God was really like let me know as I was like leaving the vicinity, and the person I could see from the corner of my eye, they was watching me in awe and shock because I haven't seen this person. I cut all lines of communication with this person completely the fuck off. So I was just like, dang. I'm like, dang. Like, because if I would have stayed in that vicinity a minute longer, that person would have been all up in my like energy. And I was like, I was so thankful to God. I'm like, because like, it's not like I'm ducking, dodging person. It's just like, when you know somebody got malicious intent towards you, and this is the channel messages we was talking about in the last zodiac sign messages. We know somebody don't got good attention on you, to like, you don't stay around them. Ain't nothing to talk about. We not friends. None of that. So I went to the other vicinity. Person almost like in the middle of traffic, staring at me. What I got going on? Who knows? They were paying attention to what's going on around them. And it was so interesting because after I left the vicinity and the person was gone, right? Because I went to another vicinity, and then when I came back, one of the people I was cool with, that I know, like friend of a friend of friends, I know him, whatever the case may be, he was all upset, and he was talking about another person that mutual friend of a friend of a friend of the person like I was trying to avoid. And I'm just like, isn't it crazy how this person was in a good mood? As soon as that person I didn't want to be around came around them, even though I didn't see it, but I knew they had that interaction. And all of a sudden now he upset and mad and sad. I'm like, you see that transfer of energy? That's how that person wanted me to be. This is why early in the day God was like, get dressed, go do what you gotta do, go do that digital content creation, go vlog. Because you never even know. It could be somebody you're not even in contact with, you're not speaking to, you're not friends with, just wishing bad and negativity on you because they want to see you in a lower position. They want to see you beneath them. They want to see you. And we was talking about that word raka from the Bible. And wow. Wow. Like, this person almost wants to see you like depressed kind of because it's gonna make them feel better about themselves. But the whole time, everything I just mentioned, a negative connotation that this person wants for you, they possibly going through it themselves. You could have been, and then it's like, it's so ironic because you could be like that. I don't want to say like beam a light, but you could be that person that like people come to because they know their energy gonna get right as soon as they around you. They know they're gonna be laughing. They know that, it's gonna be good vibes, good energy. And this person don't got none of that. And it's like, I don't know what you removing your energy from said person is gonna do. Mind you, that was just a story time. We didn't even get into the channel message yet. So I'm gonna just leave that there because I feel like that person, by me even just talking about them, they just trying to like pull on my energy some sort of way. They can't, but I'm just saying, I'm gonna just stop the conversation right there. And we're gonna get into the channel message. Give me one moment because, all right, right on schedule. One moment, y'all. The message I'm gonna talk about today is really straight to the point, to be honest. Maybe a little story time. All right. I saw something online talking about the spiritual gifts you obtain from like your lineage via your parents and stuff like that. I found it quite interesting. We're gonna talk about that today. Give me a moment because we did all that talking. the story time. So, well, I did, but I think I had a dream about this message because I had this dream one day where it was weird because the person I was talking about, I know they were in my dream, but God had like darkened them all. Like, you know how like you see a figure of somebody, it's like a shadowy figure, whatever the case may be. But it was a shadow figure. Could not see a person's face. Nothing. I knew it was the person because I knew that person had like negative intent for me. I was just like, I know because, and there was other people in the dream that showed me basically who the third person could be because it was like three people, three different scenarios, but this person was just in a black shadow figure. Couldn't see their face, nothing. I was just like, I know it's that person. You might have a hunch, like you might, your discernment might be like, yo, I know. You might just come in contact with somebody like, I just know I'm not gonna like you. I met people where instantly, before they even say anything to me, I'm like, I like this person, just based off discernment. Like God's like, I know you're gonna like this person, and it's true. I like qualities of the person, like characteristics wise, personality wise. The person I was talking about in that story time, I met that person. I knew I was gonna like him. I, but it didn't make a difference to me though. Ooh, ooh. Oh my gosh, I don't know what is going on, but you about to get a friend. I know it sounds so. I can't speak for y'all, but the older you get, good friends are hard to come by. But I don't know, you're gonna get a good friend. That's nice. That's nice because no shade. Well, all the LGBT projections sometimes they be sending on this platform channel, whatever the case may be. It's nice to hear like two females are about to link up and become friends, and it was destined to happen, and that's cute. That's somebody so mad. Somebody feel like you taking something from them. Somebody feels like you take it. I don't know. Here it go. It can never just be like, all right, it's cute. It's always somebody else in the background. Like, so all right, here. Somebody might be already friends with somebody, and then you come into the picture some way somehow, and now this person wants to be friends with you. Somebody feel like you taking a friend or something to that extent, because two dreams literally just are in a are manifesting right now. Hold on. However that resonates, because I see so many different things going on. So they say that daughters who look like the mother, their biological mother, have powerful spiritual gifts, and I believe this because in regards to like the occult and stuff like that, we had that Scorpio and Cancer. Scorpio is usually more with the men, Cancer usually with the women. But the Cancer and Virgo are used as symbolic of the mother figure. So like that's already two different, like Virgo is seen as the mother. A mother figure don't necessarily have to have children, but is a mother figure though. Cancer zodiac embodiment is like a group of mother figures. All right, that goes into that sorority vibe, right? And that's being any kind of group, you know. So having that double advantage, even triple advantage, in regards to the possibilities of divination and spiritual gifts, like you have your lineage from your mother's side, and if you are produced from, usually you get more of your genetics from your father's side of the family, right? But in regard to the psychic abilities, because just as men are, have their psychic abilities, they're in tune, especially because of the gifts of their lineage, right? From the mother's aspect, when the mother then passes down some sort of generational value in regard to your psychic abilities and gifts, you already have an advantage of whatever department of psychic ability that is. So then when you come into this world with those abilities, and whether you train them or not, you have discernment or not, then there's as women you give life, and that is the Virgo embodiment of being a mother overall, right? So the mixing of genes, genetics to achieve not only carrying on your lineage from your mother's side's psychic abilities, but then adding on to that. But there is also that route in regards to the Cancer embodiment with the sorority vibe. This is where like you can go to church and it's like a church group of just women, um, doing whatever. And let me not say doing whatever, but a church group of women who come together, or a group of women who are friends who come together, or it's different demographics, even to the core of the zodiac embodiment of Cancer. And that is the ability to, as the Virgo embodiment of the woman, either before conceiving children or a child, or none at all, the ability to then join a group of women in any type of environment and learn from them. Just like we're on this platform channel now in regards of American Heritage Society, and we bring in different conversations into the mix, right? The ability to learn from other people. But this is in regards to gender as of just female for spiritual gifts from the mother. So in this aspect, it's nice to know. It's nice to know that women actually have the advantage in regards to psychic abilities. And I've even been told by a prophet once that there's 3 levels to that. And even within those levels are, because you got psychic abilities as the gateway entrance, you know, in regards to spirituality. Then you have the occult, and then you have esoteric knowledge. And esoteric is at the tippity top, But then, all right, if that's what it looks like for women overall, right? So what does it mean when the daughter of their father, like, looks like them? When daughters look like their father rather than the mother, what does that mean spiritually? So doing the research, and what I came to find, it was saying that like daughters who are born and they look like their father have strong embodiments of feminine energy. All right, so this is saying, all right, remember what I was saying about father figures, right? Through genetics, whether male or female, when born, they always take the genetics of the father, most likely, and especially in the firstborns. So, if the daughter then looks like the father and is already carrying the father's genetics, right? And they have that strong embodiment, they already come with strong embodiments of feminine energy, because the woman is the one who births the child, right? So even when your father was born, his mother, the one who carried him, held on to them genetics. So he already received. See, people don't believe that men could be in tune with the spiritual and have discernment. That men can't have psychic abilities. Do we not all dream? You know what? I've heard stories. Some people don't. I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't gonna hold you. So like, it's just interesting to know that. All right. So now going back to daughters who look like their mother, right? And having powerful spiritual gifts, right? And then having the ability to choose between, like, even at a basic level, 3 different forms of branching out in regards to spirituality, learn more, and use it for self, right? Daughters who look like their father already come with that energy of, that's like coming into this world in like an ascended state, like like you already mastered something before. I would not be surprised if that has anything to do with your 8th house embodiment in regards to your birth chart. I would also strongly advise, if you look like your father as a female, you should look into your lineage for the prominent people with said strong prominent with your in correlation with your birth chart. If you're now, you're now. If you look like your father, you should not be slacking as as a female. They also said through research that daughters who look like their father not only have strong embodiment of feminine energy, and what is feminine energy in them, based on astrology, would be who would be right? Mm, Virgo, Cancer embodiments. So would work well in regards of other female population learning from. So correlating, communicating with each other, and then just that inner knowing. These are so women. So naturally, women who look, they said you will naturally know without even knowing. They have an inner knowing about motherhood already. These might be women who, at a young age, was wise about certain scenarios. Hmm. They'll say that they would have some sort of ancestry closely connected to being what they would call a witch. Now, I can't speak for anybody on that, but it would make sense because there was a lot going on back in the day, and because I was just thinking, I was just like, yo, based on my father's side alone, not alone, but I'm just saying, based on my father's side alone, I already know how they was getting down, so I was just like, they was violent. But with some, maybe right reason, maybe one, no, I don't know. There's certain things I ain't even get to learn about yet. And is. Alright, I just thought that was an interesting message just to share with you guys. Nothing to take up your time for too long. So I'll talk to y'all another day.